Well, good morning, everyone. I'm David Paul. I'm the Managing Director of VectorVest in the UK. Happy New Year to you all. Uh, I just want to look at the UK market. I want to look at the American market, and then I want to look at some shares that are performing well for us. First of all, the first chart is the VectorVest Composite of the UK, which is a composite measure of all of the shares that we follow on the LSE and on AIM, some 2,200 shares. It's the broadest measure of the UK market that I personally know of. The candle plot is the VectorVest Composite of the UK. Down below that, we have our proprietary market timing indicator. And in green below that again, our proprietary buy-sell ratio, which is the number of shares that VectorVest assigned to a buy divided by the number of shares that are on a sell. It's our proprietary measure of the breadth of the market. And superimposed on the price stat, we have red and green triangles, and those are the longest measure of the trend on VectorVest. And as you can see, after a very short pullback, on the 11th of November, the UK market has been up, and that is the situation going into the trading day today. As you can see, the green line study below the price is sitting in what we refer to as a mega overbought situation. And similarly, the MTI, the market timing indicator, is showing bearish divergence with the price of the composite. So the trends are up, ladies and gentlemen, but the markets are in very, very overbought. So I'm holding positions, but I'm wary that this time will not be different. And sooner or later, it could take a week, it could take a month, but sooner or later, the first sell signal, which is preceded by this mega overbought situation, invariably is a signal that will cause the market to pull back fairly considerably. So not a time for long fishing trips. The US market pretty much saying the same thing. The market also in a mega overbought situation, but all the trends from short term to long term are up. But we have this warning where the price is rising, the market timing indicator is falling, and our breadth measurements are in a mega overbought situation on both sides of the Atlantic. So trends are good, but wary. Now, this is our base worry-free portfolio in the UK. And although I've been running mine since April last year, I did this test from the last confirmed up. That's when the longest term measure of the trend on VectorVest UK turned up. That was on the 11th of November. And the top 10 stocks that are worry-free Unisearch picked out, that's what, 2 months ago. Those 10 stocks are up 13% and the market's up over 6%. So that's an annualized gain of 77%. And there's only one small loser in Cranswick, which I'm personally holding. I don't have a problem with that stock. So our worry-free methodology, it's simple. It's purely mechanical. There are no subjective decisions to be made. And it's had an outstanding track record over the last 3 or 4 years. Of that, Pershing Square is going strongly, and the chart, the green thick line just above the price data is the VectorVest valuation. So you can see that it's significantly undervalued by VectorVest. And the blue line study in the window below the price is our forecast earnings per share, which over this time period of a couple of years has risen strongly. And that's the engine driving that share price. And it looks to me as if there's plenty more to come. So Pershing Square looks good. Similarly, Lion Trust Asset Management, significantly undervalued. Some great numbers yesterday, I believe, on inflows to their asset management pool. Again, earnings per share rising over the last 3 years, very strongly indeed. To me, that share looks as if it's soon going to break out, assuming the general market can keep going. And the last one, which is just on the borderline of our worry-free technique, is Sylvania Platinum. Our worry-free technique looks at the UK's safest shares, and it's rare to see a mining company move into that category, but Sylvania Platinum is nearly there. I've been holding the share most of the year. It's still significantly undervalued in Vector Vest, and earnings per share moving up very strongly indeed. I would probably consider adding to that position on a pullback to the last old tops. That's at about 90p. Over the last day or two, there's been huge volume move into that share, and it looks to me as if the share has in fact been discovered by some fund or other. So three stocks that I think have got more legs in them, but nevertheless, on both sides of the Atlantic, folks, we have a market that's very stretched to the upside. And as I said earlier, this time will not be different. It may take a week, it may take a month, but invariably, when we get our first sell signal, which VectorVest will print automatically, and objectively, when that's preceded by this level of a mega overbought situation, then a significant pullback can be expected. So, as I say, not a time for fishing trips. Thanks very much indeed.